Hi, welcome, Donny. Donny, our market expert. We're going to talk about what are we talking about here? Carrier update brought to you by
recapping. So
PowerFleet.
here we have the demand for trucks. We're looking at outbound tender volumes here.
Yes.
And right now we see as we approach the number one, the end of May, end of month, and the Memorial Day holiday, we see the demand for trucks really climbing up back again. So we're at 15,795. We kind of peaked on this yesterday, about 15,799. So we're hitting the top of the curve. And of course, these are loads that are, average tender lead time, 2.5 days, 3 days in advance. So these loads are already booked that are picking up for today and tomorrow that actually made it through the carrier waterfall and were actually accepted by carriers.
Yes.
Now, over the next couple of days, what's happening right now is that 25% that we saw in carrier rejection rates.
Yeah.
Those are hitting the spot market today. They're hitting the spot market tomorrow. And rate volatility is going to be through the roof. And it's really going to depend a lot on what kind of miles. If you're picking up Friday for 250 miles, going maybe, Atlanta to Nashville, and it picks up on Friday and delivers on Tuesday, it's going to be a really tough load to cover. You're going to have to pay a truck to actually sit for 3 days of revenue.
Yeah, it really is. And you bring up a great point because Zach Strickland on Tuesday had a tree map of lanes out of Houston, right? And he was talking, or on Banff on Monday with Kyle Lintner. And he was looking at that, and I thought it was an excellent tool because you could actually see the lanes that carriers preferred, right? And if shippers had and carriers had that network right now, looking at sonar and checking those out, they could avoid a lot of this TLT is sort of leading up to a...
We wrote in the Daily Watch a few times, hey, if you got the shorter lanes, go ahead and get them picked up and delivered by Friday.
Right.
And for Friday, have those loads that are the long hauls, the ones that are 1,200, 1,500 miles. Save those for Friday because that's going to be more what the carriers want to keep their drivers rolling over the 3-day weekend.
Right, because this, an OTRI, you're talking about, this is national.
Yeah.
But you can break it all the way down to the lane and the mileage.
If your driver's sitting on a 400-mile load for 3 days, sitting in a truck stop parking lot in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah, not good.
Driver recruiter pulls in, you're probably going to lose your driver.
Probably. Let's
jump in again right quick. Drive in.
Yeah.
Swap over, look at drive in. We see it again. It peaked here yesterday, come back down, but still very strong, 11,104. And rejection rates are just over 25%. So here again, 1 in 4 loads is being rejected right now.
Not good.
And so not good for shippers, but it pushes a lot of these loads over to the spot market, which tightens up capacity, and carriers are pushing rates up right now.
Yeah.
We'll see those fall off next week after the Memorial Day holiday. They'll trend down for probably about a week, but not very long.
Yeah, because we got end of quarter.
We got
end
of month,
right?
end of quarter, and 4th of July next month.
4th of July, it's the granddad. It's a grand slam, right?
Yes.
So a little bit of a dip and
a little bit of a dip, and it's going to come right back up.
Right on.
But if you want to see what's changing, I like to look at the WRI heat map. This is the weighted rejection index.
Oh, nice.
Now I've got it up here twice. The reason is because I sort it by the value, and on the left-hand side here, I've got the highest values, and on the right-hand side, I have the lowest values.
So what's weighted? What do you mean by weighted?
We're looking at the outbound tender market share, and we're multiplying it times the 1 week change in outbound tender rejection rates. And we're looking for those really large markets that are hard to see that are changing. When I see this map, I am change. What markets are changing? And I'm looking at,
And these are the ones that are affecting the overall the most too, right?
Yes. Okay. So I like to draw the line at about 4, and I like to just go through what's above 4.
Okay.
And if any of those markets are what I'm working out of, I want to investigate those markets a whole lot deeper. But we see a pretty distinctive list: Jacksonville, Nashville, Augusta, Maine. We'll get to that one later. Lakeland. These are markets that are rejection rates are climbing or they're growing in size.
Got you.
But after I sort this by the value, I also like to look at the bottom of the list. And then we get over here and we see all these negatives. Well, I want to see what's -3, -4, and below, because these are also changing. They're just coming down. I want to know what's building.
So if you're a carrier, what's the significance of being here or being there?
Upward rate pressure, downward rate pressure.
Gotcha.
And this could be tightening capacity, could be loosening capacity. There's a lot that can go into these.
So Jacksonville, Nashville, Augusta, Lakeland, Denver, Miami, Roanoke, Charlotte, these are all rate pressures up in these areas here.
Yeah.
If you're in here,
it could be rate pressure coming back down.
Coming down, Baltimore, Phoenix, Seattle, Pendleton,
and so this helps you, adjust your capacity, or if you're, if you're running these areas, may need to up your price. If you're going to Phoenix and you see, rejection rates are all going down now.
From a great location to not so great.
It can work out
going that way.
Up your rates.
That's exactly right.
So when I'm here, my favorite market I kind of talked about here. If we'll jump ahead 2 slides to the Augusta, Maine. If you're in Boston right now, Probably a lot of water coming out of Augusta, Maine.
Oh, yeah.
Rejection rates and volumes shooting up right here. So instead of booking your load out of Boston, maybe look north.
There you go. Boston. If you're in Boston or anywhere near there, go up to Augusta, get some water, and
Portland,
run.
Maine.
Go to Portland, Maine. Go to Portland, Maine. You heard it from Donny Gilbert. Thank you so much, Donny, for stepping in today. It was a pleasure.